Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and today we're going to be talking about XRP. I also want to discuss a little bit about QNT as well. So with that being said, let's just jump in and let's analyze this overall. So first and foremost, the crypto market is down about 0.31%. Currently sitting at about a 1.92 $1 trillion market cap. Nothing too crazy in terms of overall price action. We are still sitting around that 44 to 45K zone. I'm still expecting some lower prices. Ethereum is down below our key significant price range. XRP is still sitting at some major support between $1.10 and $1.15. And we did get our clear invalidation or our clear validation drop yesterday on XRP down to $1.05. I mentioned to you guys that we could be seeing that from $1.13. So if you guys did listen to me, it was about an 8-cent overall short on XRP, which wasn't too bad of an overall short. Now, we do see a lot of other assets are still kind of green. For example, DOT, Solana, and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy in terms of price action, though, for most altcoins. Pretty much the entire market is kind of just following Bitcoin for the most part. Kind of sitting stable, kind of sitting at, a red point. So until we see some change with Bitcoin, we're not going to see too much change in the overall market. So with that being said, let's go look at some other things regarding, first off, stocks. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of stocks because today we actually had a fairly red day. The Dow Jones pretty much closed at 382 points below what it was at yesterday. So the stocks did not rally today. They actually were pretty volatile, as well as Bitcoin. So for the most part, stocks did not help our situation at all. Now, I am expecting us to have some sort of relief rally on stocks very soon. That will most likely happen later to like next week. Tomorrow on Friday and stuff, I'm still expecting some volatile price action. We might have a little bit of relief on the stocks, but it wouldn't be too much overall. But I'm still watching these three, the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones overall, because those are three keys overall with the market volatility in crypto as well. The dollar is showing signs of strength. As you guys know, I've been watching the dollar very, very closely as we are in this zone here. Now, the reason why I'm watching this zone all the way up here is because if we look back, when we crashed down at a new low at like 91.77. Now, this wasn't a new low, but this was a fairly significant low. This is pretty much a dollar crash, if you will. We see that once we got back up into this zone and we broke above it, we came down, retested this support zone perfectly at 92.72. And then we had a nice rally up to about 94.73. Now, this is not good for crypto overall. This is actually bearish, if you will, because when the dollar rallies, pretty much all risk assets will fall. For example, indices as well as crypto. So we're looking forward to seeing a little bit of some volatility on the dollar. Hopefully we could come down and retest the 50 close. That's at like 92.24 overall percent. So that's what I would be watching for on the dollar. Now, when we look at XRP, for an example, right? So this is why support zones and this is why resistance zones are very important to understand and know, right? So we obviously hit some roadblocks up here. Now, I wasn't expecting, $1.35. We could have targeted it here from, May 5th and even going back to April 30th, but it's totally fine. It's a miss out of like 4 cents overall. And realistically, it's nothing too crazy. So we hit some, roadblocks up here, which is totally fine. It says expect it, right? I told you guys, once we get up there, it's going to be hard to break out of. And we are seeing that, right? So we came down and we retested a few supports. First off, we retested $1.21, and if we look back here, around $1.21 is pretty much some nice support. Even going back to the 10th of May and stuff, $1.20 is a fairly strong support zone. So we retested that, couldn't hold it. We pretty much opened the next day and we pretty much broke down and retested another support zone. This is at like $1.14 overall. And if we look back here. Here's $1.14 from May 13th. Again, it is a nice solid support zone. Again, we broke that and ended up breaking it. So the next overall support zone was $1.10. We ended up breaking that. Again, this $1.10 is a fairly strong resistance point and also a support zone. And then we ended up going down to $1.05, which I told you guys we would basically be expecting that when we were at $1.13, as $1.10 did look very weak yesterday. So, for anybody who shorted it, that's great. I personally don't sell XRP. I didn't short it myself, but it was a great opportunity overall because it was expected. It was very, in my opinion, it was something easy to call. So, what we're seeing right now, we could come down a little bit lower, but like I said, I do think that we have a little bit of a relief run. It wouldn't be anything significant. Like Bitcoin might go back up to like 45.5K or 46K. But I'm not too worried overall on the price action of Bitcoin and also XRP. Like XRP is still holding fairly strong at this $1.10 to $1.15. Once we break down $1.05, yeah, we could be seeing $1, and I would be expecting $1 at some point in time, and maybe even a retest of 85 cents. Now, the only reason why I don't think that 85 cents is possible is because I think that will most likely bounce before there. But it is hard to say because a perfect retest of the 100-day close would be at about 84.7 overall cents. So, yeah, I mean, 85 cents is possible, but I think that will most likely bounce off at 90, either 90, 95, and it's not even exactly 95. It's more so like, yeah, technically it is almost like 95 exact. It's like 95, 94.96. So, realistically, I'm looking for a bounce in between this zone, or even this zone where we do see $1 or even 95 cents. So I think that there's a lot of support zones to be broken on XRP before we even retest 85 cents, because I did see a lot of people calling for an 85 cent reset basically on XRP before we do go much higher. It's hard to say. I don't think that 85 cents is in the books just yet for XRP. Now, when we look at something like, QNT, if we did do like a full separation event from Bitcoin and we had something like this, that would be absolutely massive. A few assets are doing similar moves like this, right? So, XRP breaking out of this wedge and going much higher, wouldn't be too crazy to see. Like, I know a lot of people were saying like, oh, I'm buying here, I'm buying there, because we could shoot to $1 plus like as soon as possible. And yeah, I mean, it's possible, right? Like, we could break out and separate from Bitcoin currently and just kind of move on our own, but I just don't think that that's possible just yet. And the only reason why I say that is because Bitcoin dominance is fairly high still. I think that once Bitcoin dominance falls a little bit more and maybe even retests this bottom here at 90 or 41.23%, that's when we'll see a break of $1.98 on XRP, and that's where we'll basically move significantly. But the only reason why I say that is because I think at that point Bitcoin will be much higher, and I do think that the market will still be in that green state, basically where we were here when we were moving up very quick. Now, the difference between XRP and QNT is overall is just the circulating supply. Like, QNT is going to do incredible moves this bull run. Like I said, guys, I honestly think that this is a $500 to $1,000 asset this bull run, and we haven't even really started. Like, we just broke $200 just recently. And we pretty much topped off at about $203 overall. And I think that we'll break that again. We are still sitting on some major support and resistance again on QNT, similar to most altcoins, right? But we do see even Solana, right? Solana made some huge moves, up 70%, up 20% almost. Just dropped a little bit. We do see Luna up 22.55%, up 66% on the 7-day, and a few other altcoins like, Avalanche is doing good too. There's a few other ones. There's not too many. Waves is making good moves. QNT, like I said, QNT is doing incredible. Dash is doing okay. Near is doing good. A few altcoins, like I said, even audio. Some of them are doing incredible moves. But it's nothing too significant just yet. But we do know that money is flowing into alts more than Bitcoin currently, but Bitcoin is still controlling the overall market, which is why I do think that it's still going to control XRP, because XRP is a large cap asset compared to QNT that has like 12 million in circulating supply. So I think that XRP will still be controlled until we fully separate. That will be coming in the next weeks or so. I do think that by the end of the month into the beginning of September, like I've said, is pretty much the time for the overall crypto market to really kind of move up. Bitcoin dominance is still on this support zone. I said that we could break and retest this support zone before we do rally up a little bit more. Looks like we are going to be seeing that. Ethereum dominance, like I said, I was looking forward to seeing a retest of the 100-day and the 50-day, and it looks like we are seeing that almost exact. I love to see this playing out perfectly. We might break a little bit below it, maybe even retest 18% overall before we do rally up higher. I do want to see this point broken up here for the real pretty much validation of overall alt season to really begin. Ethereum is actually sitting fairly below my overall targets for it. I want to see us get back up here. Until then, bears are pretty much winning on Ethereum and most altcoins, like I said. Ethereum compared to, in my opinion, XRP right now is a perfect example of how these large cap assets, I know Ethereum is not a large cap asset, but I'm just saying this is pretty much how a lot of these altcoins are playing right now, where we are in sort of bearish territory. XRP still looks bullish though, in my opinion. I think that we still have some more room to move up a little bit. We might even retest $1.20 plus. Hard to say just currently in terms of price action. Bitcoin, I'm still expecting us to come down and retest about 42K to maybe even 40K with the low at 38.5K before we do have that major rally up that will bring us past 60K plus. So everything is still looking normal. Everything is still looking fine. No need to panic. No need to be scared or anything like that. But these are a few warning signs to really kind of look into. I'm still waiting for this support zone on Bitcoin at 44K, pretty much 44.3K to be broken before we do go much lower. Ethereum, I still want us back up at $3,100. Ethereum dominance, I still want to retest this and make sure that we go higher at that point. Bitcoin dominance, I still want to see us break down to this level here. QNT, still doing incredible things. I'm waiting for $200 plus to be broken and held. And then XRP, I just want to see us break out of $1.35, and then that will pretty much be the nice validation point. Now, again, like I said, we could still see lower at $1 to even 85 cents at the low point. We just got to watch, overall support zones. Like I said, guys, that's why support and resistance zones are extremely important to understand and know, because it is pretty much a nice validation point on where an asset is going to be going or where it's going to be headed. So I do like to watch those overall points. Now, I am watching the dollar closely. As you guys know, there's a lot of things happening over in Afghanistan in terms of politics as well. Talking about impeachments, talking about Delta virus, stuff like that. There's a lot of things that play into key. I think most of it, a lot of the stuff that we do see on the news is sort of distractions away from things that, like crypto. So in my opinion, I don't play too much into it, but it does affect the stocks. So stocks are doing what they are doing. I'm still watching these three very heavily. If I was you guys, I would be watching these as well. I'm also watching the yield. The yields are really good to watch as well in terms of where the market is going. And that's pretty much what I'm watching. Those are the clear-cut, dry warning signs on where XRP is going to be headed. I'm very bullish on XRP long term. Like, short-term volatility does not bother me. I'm sure a lot of people could also pretty much agree with me. If you guys do agree with me, comment down below. If you guys don't, then that's totally fine. But short-term targets, I don't really care for. Like, if we go to $2 tomorrow, yeah, it's cool, but I wouldn't really care, right? Because I'm extremely long on XRP, and I have my price target set up. I have my sell set up for when I want to sell. People could tell me, hey, that's stupid. It's going to go to $100 plus. It's going to go here, there, whatever. But it's totally fine. Like, I believe in the 4-year market cycle. A lot of people don't. A lot of people think that we're in this cycle, that cycle. We're in a lengthening cycle. I'm just, in my opinion, I have my own thoughts on it. I think that we're still in the 4-year cycle. Nothing has really changed. So that is my overall standpoint on that. So with that being said, I still think that we could see 10, 20, and even $30 XRPs this year alone. I'm very much so looking forward to seeing some dates play out later in the year into, October and even September and stuff like that. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.